What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are doing well. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to talk about some do's and don'ts of this whole tattoo removal process and journey. So if you are new to my channel, I have been doing laser tattoo removal for the past 4 or 5 years now. And it's been a journey. You will see all my videos documenting the process and the journey, and it's been a very tough ride, and I'm almost at the finish line. I'm almost there. So I know a lot of you who watch my channel are going through the same process, or you're just starting out, or maybe you're just intrigued to know about the process in general, and you want to know some do's and don'ts. These are kind of some things that I wish I knew when I first started. So just to give you some tea, if you are in the middle of the process or if you're just starting out, just some do's and don'ts of what I would keep an eye out for during the laser tattoo removal process. So the first don't is don't stick to one laser tattoo removal location or shop. Okay, so when I was doing my process, when I was first starting out, I was doing a lot of research, and the predominant place that came up was Pulse Light Clinic, which is where I did majority of my sessions. As you may know, that I've talked about it previously, wasn't happy with the service there or the results, so I ended up trying 2 or 3 other clinics. So my point with that is, shop around, try different locations, try different clinics, because your results can greatly differ if you go to different clinics. So don't feel like you have to be loyal to one specific clinic. Definitely try different ones in your area, do your research, see if your results differ, see if the service differs. You are not tied down to one specific clinic when you first start your process, okay? So that would be my first tip. My second do, I would say, a do would be to do a lot of research. When I was first starting out, I practically watched every single YouTube video that was available at the time. So make sure you are doing your research. Watch all the YouTube videos, Google, do your research as much as possible, and learn about the process before you begin, because it is not an easy ride, guys. Okay, don't go into this thinking that it's going to be a smooth ride. It has been one of the toughest things that I've ever gone through in my life, and it's been like a mental battle. Not only is it physically excruciating, it's a mental battle as well with your mind, because obviously it depends on where your tattoos are, of course, but for me, the placement of my tattoos are in very obvious areas. So I went through I still go through it sometimes, of really hating my body because of these tattoos. So you really have to go into it knowing that it's not going to be an easy process. It's not going to be an overnight thing. Like, I remember when I was first starting out, I was researching like, oh, how many sessions will it take for my tattoos to be gone? How many sessions, Each clinic I went into, or each session that I went into, I'd always ask them, how many more sessions do you think I'll need? How many more sessions? And when I was first starting out, I think I was quoted like I think Pulse originally quoted me like 8 to 10 sessions, and it's just not realistic. Like, I'm on my 15th session at this point and they're still there. So don't have expectations for how many sessions you think or people tell you. Everyone's body is different, everyone's immune system is different, everyone's tattoos are different, they're done by different artists. The placement greatly matters. The closer you are to the heart, the quicker the ink will remove from your body. So there's so many different elements. So don't go into it thinking that it's going to be an overnight thing. Like, for me, it's been 5 years. Mind you, I stopped for 1 year after the first session because I was traumatized from it. And then I've been going quite inconsistently over the last 4 years. I tend to leave quite a large gap purely because it's excruciating and it's very expensive. So, and my body just can't take it. Like, I like to give quite a long gap. They do tend to say in the clinics that you should wait between 6 to 8 weeks before your next session, but I always waited a lot more. I think for some sessions I waited at least 6 months before my next session. So listen to your body. You don't want to overdo it because it is a lot on your body, on your immune system, and your body just won't be able to handle all of that pain at once. So spread them out, okay? Listen to your body, listen to what it can handle, what it can take, and then go from there, okay? Another don't would be, I would not recommend to do any payment plans or payment options. When I was first starting with Pulse, they were heavily trying to push this payment plan option and being like, oh, it works out cheaper if you buy the bundle, da da da. And it was tempting at some points, and I was tempted to do it, but looking back, I'm so glad I stuck to my guns and I stuck to paying as I go, because that way you're not tied to any clinic, right? And I don't know, in my personal opinion, this is maybe just like speculating, but I don't know. I do feel like some clinics, they purposefully might lower the intensity of sessions to get more money out of you. Because at the end of the day, their business model, they want to get people in, as much people in as possible, and get you out as quick as possible for a lot of these clinics. It's a huge money making machine. So in my humble opinion, I do feel like that was this kind of situation I felt like I was getting with Pulse. They were, I mean, this is allegedly, obviously. I feel like that was definitely the case for me. Like, I just wasn't seeing the results after I had quite a lot of sessions with them. So I highly recommend to not do any payment plan options. Pay as you go. It does work out more expensive, but if you leave more gaps in between, you can save more money. Have a separate savings account for your tattoo removal. Put in 20, 30, 50, 100, as much as you can every month, so you're not, worried about it at the last minute. Have a separate savings account or saving pot dedicated for your tattoo removal, okay? And then my third do, well, I kind of already mentioned it, but try different clinics. Try different clinics. You are not tied down just to one clinic. Obviously, if you want to stick with using Pico, for example, majority of these clinics only use Pico, or they might use Q-Switch as well. But if you want to only stick with Pico, there's plenty of clinics that do Pico. So try different clinics. See what results differ. See what service you get. Sometimes the prices can differ. Shop around, okay? Try and get the best value for your money and the best results for your money, okay? Another don't would be to don't be so hard on yourself, guys. I know it's so much easier said than done, and we've talked about this a lot in the comments and in previous videos, but don't be so hard on yourself. This whole process is a mental battle, and no one can understand it unless you go through it. It's like a up down mental roller coaster for the last few years for me, and no one can understand it unless you're actually going through it, which is why I feel like I've got a great support online, a great community. A lot of people feel the same way that I feel, and we can all relate to each other during this process, because I don't know anyone else in real life that are doing this. So it's great to know that I have people online that share the same experience, and it makes me feel human, normal. So yeah, don't be so hard on yourself, guys. You're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have good days. As I say in all my videos, you need to compartmentalize it, right? You need to have goals, 3-month goals, 1-year goals, end of year goals, and be working on those every single day to keep yourself busy, to keep your mind occupied. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there staring at yourself in the mirror all the time, you know, feeling sorry for yourself. You have to get in the gym, right? Get your body right and tight so that when this is gone, you're going to be looking A1, okay? And work on every other part of yourself, other bits of your life that you're not happy with, because when I was first starting out, I was in such a bad, negative mind space, guys, where I was like, oh my god, I hate my body, I hate my arms. What's the point in even working out, because I hate the way I look? I felt so uncomfortable in my body, and that was the mindset that I had at the time, and it's just not right, okay? You have to continue with your life. You have to continue working on yourself in other ways, and you have to continue improving yourself in all other aspects of your life. Don't just wait until a few years go by, until your tattoos are gone, to start working on yourself. Like, it's just doesn't make sense. You know, you want to be doing these things in the meantime. Keep them covered, you know, if you're really that uncomfortable. Like for me, I keep them covered most of the time, you know, until I'm probably in the next 1 to 2 sessions, I'm gonna feel more comfortable to be able to wear short sleeves to the gym and stuff. But for now, I'm mostly covered up. But you know, you can still work out, you can still have a life, you can still work on your goals and do things. Don't let this stop you from doing things in life, right? There was another one, by the way, guys. I haven't like structured this. This is all real, this is all raw. So another thing would be to don't go in the sun too soon after your session. The clinics that I've been to have always told me to wait at least 6 to 8 weeks before going into the sun. I would wait a little bit longer if you can, just because you don't want to jeopardize anything. You don't want to damage your skin, you don't want to cause any health issues. And then when you do eventually go into the sun, you always want to wear SPF. SPF 50 would be ideal, okay? Just because you want to protect your skin, right? You want to protect it as much as possible. Another do would be to listen to your intuition when it comes to selecting a clinic. I've had some trials and errors with the clinics that I've been to, as you guys mostly know from my previous videos. A few uncomfortable situations, weird situations. And listen, guys, this is what I say with everything in my life. If there's something inside of you that's telling you this is not right for you, it's not right for you. And don't wait it out until something happens for you to, you know, eventually, you know, realize. You have to listen to your body. You have to listen to what your intuition is telling you. If you feel like this clinic is not for you, that's it. We move on. We find another clinic. And I finally found a great clinic that I'm super happy with after trial and error. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles, right? But again, guys, I'm plugging them so hard because I'm so happy I finally found them, and I wish I'd found them sooner. Cloak and Dagger, London, Shoreditch to be exact. If you are in London, hit them up. I highly recommend. I think on my next session I might do a little vlog style. I might need to ask them first, but yeah, I might just take you guys with me and show you guys the clinic, show you guys the shop. You can sit in with me and the technician and watch the session. So, and maybe I'll show you guys what I do beforehand, my little routine of what I do before and after my session. So yeah, let me know. Another do would be to get some numbing cream. I've actually done most of my sessions without numbing cream, believe it or not, because the numbing cream that Pulse recommended to me before was called Emla or Elma, and it was just rubbish. It was a complete waste of money, complete waste of time. So I ended up doing most of my sessions without numbing cream, or if I did use that numbing cream, it didn't do anything. But Cloak and Dagger did recommend to me this numbing cream called TKTX. I think that's what it's called. I have posted a picture in my community tab of what it looks like, but it's really good, guys. I mean, you still do feel the pain, but I feel like it really does take the edge off a bit, and it's affordable. Only thing is, you want to get a new tube each time you go a fresh tube. That's what my technician told me, just in case it expires, you don't want to risk anything. So that would be the next one. Another do would be to massage the area. Not straight away after your session. I would wait until it's like a week or two. You want to start massaging the area upwards towards the heart. Obviously, it depends where you have the tattoo. If you have them on the arms, for example, you want to be massaging your lymphatic system upwards. I think that's what it's called, towards the heart for the circulation and the blood flow. You want to do it with an oil, preferably, maybe like bio oil, or castor oil as well. I love castor oil, so you can do like a little concoction, and then a few minutes every day you want to be massaging the area. Just so in my theory, I feel like the ink can get stuck or stays in the place and doesn't move unless you're pushing it. I don't know, that's just the way I see it. That's probably not right or technically right, but in my brain that just makes sense. So I just like, yeah, for circulation and to move the ink, you know, if it needs a bit of help. So yeah, that would be another thing. Another do would be to exercise, guys. You want to be sweating. It's very good. I feel like that has actually really helped with my healing. Well, not healing, but my results. I felt like the more I sweat in the gym or even doing saunas, steam rooms, anything like that, it really does help with the results. So I highly recommend saunas, steam rooms, the gym, high intensity workouts, cardio. So you're actually sweating, you know, any toxins out of your body. Another do would be to have a great diet. You want to be eating well, drinking a lot of water, okay guys? That's a non-negotiable in life anyway. Drinking a lot of water, at least like 1 to 2 liters a day. I drink probably about 3 to 4, to be honest, because the gym and then in work I drink a lot of water throughout the day. So minimum 1.5 to 2, but you want to be drinking a lot of water to flush everything out, right? Because at the end of the day, the ink is being absorbed by the body as a toxic chemical, and it's being flushed out. So you want to help that process by drinking a lot of water, right? To clear out, to flush out your body. What's another thing? I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think most of it comes down to like mental health and mental attitude. You don't want to be too hard on yourself. I know it's so much easier than done, but if you have to like stay off social media for a while, get your mind right, you know, get to the gym, get some steps in, drink your water, listen to, you know, an uplifting podcast, or, you know, someone positive online like Abraham Hicks, or, you know, Eckhart Tolle is a great one. Some really positive people in your life to get your mind right, okay? That's the most important step in all of this, is having a good mindset. Because look, at the end of the day, I don't know if my arms are ever gonna get back to what they used to look like. I don't know at this point, but compared to what they used to look like, I'm in a much better position, and aesthetically they look a lot better than how they used to look. And if you go back to my previous videos, you will see how dark they used to look. They were super dark, guys. And like, I think I only had the tattoos for a few months before I started to remove them, so they were super fresh when I first started. So that's the main thing. Another do would be to stay consistent. I feel like if I was a bit more consistent, I know I kind of already said that I like to give like large gaps, but to be honest with you, if I was a bit more consistent, I probably would have seen my results a bit faster, or had a faster like, what's the word? I would have seen results a lot faster, basically. So yeah, I feel like if you can be more consistent with the sessions, but obviously listen to your technician, do not go before 6 to 8 weeks. Wait until you're fully healed. And if you feel like you're up to it, if you feel like your body's up to it, then I would do it. But yeah, to be honest, guys, the main things for me is finding the right clinic for you. Everyone's, desires are different, but non-negotiables for me: good price, good service, right? Well, good price, everywhere is expensive, to be honest. But good service is A1, and good results. Yeah, good service, good results. Obviously depends where you are in the world, but shop around, do your research, if you have to travel to to find different clinics, I would do it. I would do it, because at the end of the day, it is your body, and you have to find the best place for you. And if you're thinking about trying Pulse Light Clinic, guys, I highly recommend not to. Again, I don't want to be like shading them or anything, but I wasted so much money there and I didn't get the results that I wanted. And if I could go back, I would have gone to Cloak and Dagger straight away, and I don't know how I never found them. I think I always just thought they were just tattoo artists in there. So yeah, highly recommend those guys. What else? Oh yes, another do would be to, especially in the beginning stages of your process, I don't know if you guys have seen one of my older videos. I had a really bad reaction and I had very bad blisters. So especially in the beginning sessions, you maybe want to think about maybe taking a day off work a day after your session. Luckily at the time it was during the pandemic and I was working from home, because if I had those blisters, or especially some of the sessions I had in the beginning, there's no way I could travel into work, especially in the summer and this heat as well. So definitely, if you can, take a day off work the following day. You want to be resting. I would, a few days before your session or the day before your session, you want to make sure you wash your hair, style your hair, do all your self-care for the week, meal prep, do your cleaning, do your laundry, get everything done so that you do not need to do anything, a few days after your session, because you'll be in a lot of pain, and you feel extremely tired, extremely lethargic, a few days after your session. So you want to make it as easy as possible for you and as manageable as possible. So yes, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Also, dry brushing is great as well. I highly recommend dry brushing. I actually need to do that a bit more. I always forget to do that, but a lot of people have put in the comments as well that dry brushing really helps. So give that a go, especially for the circulation, and it's kind of like a massage as well, right? But yes, this is pretty much it, guys. I think I've covered the main things. If I've forgotten anything, let me know in the comments. And yeah, just some do's and don'ts, guys. If you're starting your journey, find the right clinic, okay? Shop around. I highly recommend not to do any payment plans, okay? That's how they get you. And create a separate savings account for your tattoo removals. Put some money aside each month so that when the time comes around for your session, you're not stressing out about funds and things like that. You want to be prepared and strategic and be organized when it comes to this, because it's going to be integrated into your lifestyle, integrated into your routine, into your budgeting, everything. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if I've forgotten anything. This is super, natural, go with the flow. I haven't really prepared anything, so I'm just kind of going off of what I feel like I wish I would have known, and I want to share it with you guys who are starting the process or going through it. And yeah, thank you all so much for your support and your kind words and your motivation. It means so much to me, and it really helps me keep going, guys, with these sessions. You don't even realize, like, it really does keep me going. And if I'm having a bad day, I will go back on my videos and read the comments, because yeah, it really does just warm my heart knowing that I'm helping people with this. And I'm gonna keep going, guys. I'm gonna keep going. We're almost there. We're almost there. And I'm just so excited, and I can't wait for the day that I upload a video and it's the last session. And it's gonna be a huge monumental moment, and we're gonna celebrate. Okay, we're gonna celebrate with a little champagne or something, you know. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back again with more videos. And yeah, thanks again for all the love and support. I really do appreciate it. And subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and drop me a comment if I've missed anything. Also, guys, let me know where you're from in the comments. I do receive quite a lot of comments in my videos, so I'd love to know where you guys are from, and if there's any people from London, and what clinic you guys are going to. And yeah, just keep me updated on your journey, on your process. And yeah, we're in this together, guys. Okay, so I'll see you soon, guys. Have a great week and speak soon. Bye.